I'm Kate Hildreth, Creative Director at DailyClout. In mid-2023, my husband and I decided to move away from the city to a small rural town where we are slowly but surely transforming a commercial building into our dream home. Along the way, we're playing with our 3 adorable cats, learning new ways to live and renovate on a budget, and taking in the beautiful landscape around us. We're constantly trying to find ways we can make our home self-sufficient, take health and wellness into our own hands, and truly embody a lifestyle of freedom. Follow the journey here on Homestead Revival. Welcome back to Homestead Revival. I'm Kate Hildreth, and today I want to walk you through our sort of process for cutting wood and splitting it and storing it and using it to power our wood-burning stove for heat this winter. We still don't have central heating and cooling in our house right now, so the wood-burning stove has been super helpful keeping us warm during the day and at night. So yeah, we're gonna go out back and we're gonna get our hands dirty, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Just before we dive into the nitty-gritty of that, I have a quick message from our sponsors. Before we continue, I want to thank our valued sponsors for their support. First, I want to thank our partners at The Wellness Company. This team of renowned medical professionals, including Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. James Thorpe, Dr. Harvey Risch, Dr. Drew Pinsky, and other truth-seeking doctors. They have crafted The Wellness Company's emergency kit, which looks like this. It's full of life-saving medications, antibiotics, ivermectin, you name it. It also comes with this guidebook, so you can kind of go through and see what each medication is for, what it's used to treat, side effects, all of that good stuff right in here. So this is the ultimate solution for preparedness. Don't wait for the next crisis to catch you off guard. Visit dailyclouthealth.com and use promo code KATE for an exclusive 10% discount. I also want to thank our partner at Charlize Skincare. According to the FDA, companies in the United States are allowed to market skincare products as non-toxic while still containing up to 49% toxic ingredients, which is wild. Those ingredients can actually make you age faster, disrupt your hormones, and may even cause serious illnesses. Charlize is an organic, toxic-free skincare line with 0 toxic ingredients that is anti-aging and made with all natural ingredients. So stop supporting companies that are marketing you toxins disguised as skincare. Instead, reverse aging with toxic-free skincare from Charlize, made right here in the USA. Go to charlize.beauty and use promo code KATE for 25% off your order today. This is from Heaven's Harvest. So this is an heirloom vegetable seed kit. This is also really awesome because it comes with this breakdown, all the things you need to know if you're like me and you are helpless when it comes to growing anything. So the great thing about Heaven's Harvest is they have a variety of products, not just seeds. They have freeze-dried food kits, which have a 25-year shelf life. It's freeze-dried, not dehydrated, because freeze-drying removes 99% of water. Each food variety is sealed by UV and radiation-resistant mylar foil pouches containing 6 servings each. So that's NASA-developed packaging. All the food is non-GMO and made right here in the USA. All the packs are resealable for later consumption, and they have gluten-free options. So this is one of the things that I love about Heaven's Harvest, is that they have all of these different food options, seed kits, freeze-dried kits, all good things to prepare you for whatever might be coming this year and the following year. We all want to be as prepared as possible, and that means having a stock of food. So if you're ready to take charge and be prepared for whatever this year might bring, go to heavensharvest.com/Kate and use promo code KATE for 10% off. Please support DailyClout by supporting our sponsors. So this is the wood splitter we're using. It looks scarier than it is. It's basically got a little throttle lever and a little plaque that tells you which way to pull the lever to get the blade to go forward and backward and split the wood. And then we just pull it back for the blade to go back so that you can load the next piece of wood. It's pretty simple, but I definitely wanted to do a couple of run-throughs just ahead of time because it's a big piece of machinery and it can be a little bit intimidating. Now this is a big one, but this just goes to show how powerful this machine is. We did not have time to age our wood. We moved over the last year and then started chopping trees down, and so ideally these pieces of wood would be much drier, but we needed them to dry out as much as possible, and so that's why we're splitting them now so that they can dry out as much as possible before we need to burn them for heat. And then any shavings we have in a separate pile that'll go in a tote that we have, and we'll be using it for kindling. And so we just kind of go back and forth with this blade until it gets to be around the size that's going to be good for fitting in the wood burning stove. You want it to be decent sized chunks, but not too big that they clutter up the inside and don't leave much room for oxygen to flow through. It goes pretty fast once we start getting into it. We have to really be careful though, because the way that these were chopped, we obviously wanted to avoid getting the chainsaw caught on some metal barbs, because there's a lot of barbed wire around our property. And so that's just something to watch out for if you are dealing with any kind of blade, because some of the barbed wire gets wrapped around the tree, or sometimes the tree grows around the barbed wire, and so you just want to watch out for any sharp pieces of metal sticking out. And this is me taking a go at the wood splitter. A lot less scary when you are actually up close and personal with it, just because I feel like a lot of times it's easy to be intimidated by something that you don't know that much about, but once I got a little bit more familiar, it was pretty cool and not scary at all, and very functional and exciting. It's just a good feeling to know that you can split wood with machinery. So this is inside the woodshed, and we are stacking the pieces with the bark facing up. The reason for this is it doesn't matter so much for us because the wood is being stored inside, but if you're storing wood in like a lean-to or any place that might get wet, the bark on the top keeps the moisture out of the meat of the wood, which means that if water does happen to get on the wood, it's not going to get into the main part of the wood that's going to be burning. So it's going to be easier to burn if most of the wood is dry, and the bark helps protect that. So again, this is something we have to watch out for when we're packing the wood and storing it, these sharp pieces of metal. It's really important to have really, really thick winter gloves. So mine are Carhartt, and they're super helpful for protecting against those sharp pieces of metal that might be in there. I keep showing you pieces of wood because the cedar is just so pretty. You have this sort of pink magenta stripes almost in it. I don't even think the camera does it justice, but it's a super pretty color, and it's very, very vibrant. And yeah, I just think it's so pretty. Look at how deep and bright that is. It's so pretty. Anyway, okay, I'll stop. And here I am backing the truck up. Driving a truck is also something I'm a little bit uncomfortable with as of now, but again, it's just getting used to using these different things and doing different things and practicing to get more comfortable with it. So I'm backing the truck up by the woodshed so that we can load in the wood and drive it around to the front, where we can then use it for our wood burning stove. So this is our indoor hutch that we're using to store all of our wood. It's super convenient, and it's got a little drawer for our lighter and gloves, and then a space down below to keep kindling. So different kindling we use. I showed you the wood shavings we're using, but a lint is also a really great fire starter, just because it burns so quickly and fast, and also, you know, doing laundry, you're going to accumulate lint anyway, so it's a good secondary kind of recycled use for it. So to just get it started, you want to make sure it's clean, and we're stacking lint and cardboard and really thin pieces of wood here so that we can get the fire started and get some embers, because you definitely want embers before you start piling on the larger pieces of wood, or else you're going to stifle the fire. So here we are getting it started. It's really, it takes a lot of patience, to be honest, because it just, sometimes the airflow isn't right, and so you have to make sure that you have air coming in and air going out at the top. And so it's just getting used to your wood burning stove and how the air circulates, and weather also, you know, dictates what the airflow is going to be like. But once you get a good flame going, you can start gradually throwing on bigger pieces of wood so that the flame doesn't just go out when it runs out of cardboard to burn. You want to make sure that the smaller pieces of wood are really catching well, so that it makes the wood burning stove hotter and able to catch a larger piece of wood on fire. And as you can see, we're putting larger pieces of wood on now. And once it catches good, we're closing the large glass door and closing the vent at the top, that top handle you see, and just opening that top vent just a tiny bit to keep the airflow moving. And that's how we are heating our house this winter. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun showing you what a day-to-day looks like with wood splitting and storage, and using it to power our wood burning stove to keep our house heated the old-fashioned way. Please subscribe to DailyClout. You can sign up for our free newsletter at the bottom of our homepage. You can also subscribe to our Best of DailyClout Substack so that you don't miss updates like this. The best way to support us is by supporting our sponsors, the wellness company at dailyclouthealth.com and Charlize Skincare at charlize.beauty. Use promo code KATE for an exclusive discount on your order, and I will see you next time.